100 million ain't that much money. Nah, bro, because what they don't tell you is that once you get that 100 million, you got to go buy a Rolls Royce, right? And then you got to go get you a couple chains, right? And then you got to go knock up a couple IG baddies. So now you stacking up them monthly child support payments type shit. And you had to do it, right? You had to do it. But then, you know, next thing you know, Uncle Sam take his cut, the agent take his cut, and before you know it, you ain't got no bread left. And you ain't no better than the dude that's working minimum wage type shit, putting fries in the bag.
It is very funny, but he is also being very true. It's satire is like the best way to get a point across without offending anybody, I guess, too much crazily, but he is very true. Nobody asked you to get all these baby mamas. Nobody asked you to get all these girls pregnant. Most of these girls, they want you because they know what you got. They know you having that bread and you was gonna get it. You got that bread, and so them legs gonna spread. That's why they want you. They know you probably not. Well, they probably don't think this deep, but they probably do. Never put it past them. They know you ain't not financially literate. Hell, them women don't be financially literate them damn selves. They be trying to control you, and most of them, sometimes they get in there knowing they want to get out because they don't want a man, or they just want another man. I don't know what they be doing, but they want that money. They know what they're doing, and you got to realize as a man, you know they gonna come for you. Either you gonna know it and get what you got to do, or you gonna and still mess up, or you gonna know what's going on and go away from it. You know what I'm saying? You can do your thing, but I feel like what y'all should do, y'all should freeze y'all eggs, freeze your sperm, or get a vasectomy, or wear a condom. Best thing, just don't do it. That way you have zero chance. Or find somebody and marry them. I would say that, but I don't know. I would say the best thing for y'all to do is find somebody while y'all was like before y'all was in college and high school. There's a study that says something about your soulmate was in high school with you. Anyway, that's what I heard. I be seeing studies about that. That's the best thing to do because a lot of these women, they want you for what you got. Obviously, after you done made it, they obviously want you. It's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? Even if you are a handsome person and you have good personality, it's still gonna be hard for them to look past that. That just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You can afford that car right now at 20. Will you be able to afford that car at 60?
Yeah, that's the key.
There's a 40-year gap in there.
Yeah. I ain't trying to hate on no young guy. I don't want you to be on that list. What list is that? 80% of professional athletes go broke. I don't want you on that fucking list.
Where are they now?
Yeah, well, like, yo, this money, you're 20. Mm-hmm. When you're 55, how much money you gonna have left? Mm-hmm. That's the key.
Especially living life. If you're living a lifestyle right now, don't you want to live that lifestyle for the rest of your life? I mean, I don't want to be poor. I've been poor.
Hey,
I know what it's like to eat raccoon, possum, sardines, Vienna sausages, pig ears, pigtails, pig feet. I don't want to eat that no more, Chuck, unless I want to. I don't want to have to eat it out of necessity.
Hey, well, listen, I gotta have my pig feet.
You still eat pig feet?
I do. Oh yeah, I do. I got pig feet. I get them. I go to a great soul food place here called K&K.
Okay.
I get me some pig ears, not pig ears, pig feet.
Yeah.
I gotta have my neck bones.
You see, I love some neck bones.
I love
oxtails.
Oxtails. That's their specialty. I love me some oxtails.
Yeah, man. See?
You got to get some yams. You got to get some collards. I mean, but when like I say, I started and I tell them, I say, yo, man, I've been in your situation. I wasted money on cars. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh man, because when you waste money on cars, you're really just trying to impress other people.
Correct.
That's what you're doing. That's like when I used to have nice cars, they said, what kind of rims you gonna put on it? I said, what do you mean? They're like, put some rims on it. I said, so if I put rims on it, I'm really trying to impress other people because I actually can't see the rims when I'm in the car. That's what I tell them. I said, I can't see the rims when I'm in the car.
Right.
So that's what Doc said. He said, so you're really trying to impress other people.
Right.
You don't have to impress people. They already know who the hell you are. But I tell these guys, Shannon, when I first was an idiot, when I got my money.
Yeah.
I had like 3 or 4 cars. And Dr. J says, how many of those cars can you drive at the same time? I said, what do you mean? He says, how many of those cars you got to drive at the same time? I says, 1. He says, well, why you got 4? He said, Chuck, this money got to last you for the rest of your life. He says, this money got to last you the rest of your life. He says, son, don't waste all your money on cars. Everybody know who you are. Wow. He said, if you pull up in a Kia, they know, oh, that's Charles Barkley. When you pull up in a Mercedes-Benz or a Rolls-Royce, that's Charles Barkley. But the problem is that money, it's not the fact that you can't afford that car.
Right.
It's afford the fact that $300,000 you spent on that Bentley, if you bought a car for $70,000 or $80,000, you would have had $200,000 more in the bank, and it would have been growing and growing. And in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 20 years, that $200,000 is going to be worth a lot more. And the young black kids, and I'm talking to them, man, save your money.
Yes.
And another thing, you don't have to take care of all your family and friends. For some reason, black people, myself included, I used to be like, my financial people told me, why are you taking care of 7, 8 people? I'm like, well, he said, no. No, you don't have to take care of everybody.
Right.
Because you're going to go broke. You know, so no, I tell these young kids, yo, man, if you want to do something nice for your mom and dad, you want to do something nice for a brother or sister, that's fine. They don't have to be on the payroll.
Right.
You don't, you don't owe them. That was their job to take care of you. But if you want to do something nice for them, that's fine. Grant Hill, his mom.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Gave me the best advice ever. I said, because we were at the Olympics actually here in Atlanta in '96. And her and Calvin had came down for a couple games. They said, well, Chuck, we're gonna be here a couple days and we got to get back to work. And I says, Grant just signed the first $100 million contract in NBA history. She says, sit your ass down, Charles. I said, Miss Hill. He says, Charles, I'm gonna just give you some advice. Do not start taking care of your family and friends, because number one, they're never gonna stop, and it's gonna ruin all your relationships. I said, what do you mean? He says, when you start giving people money, they're never gonna ask you for money one time.
Right.
But she said, the second thing is, no matter what you do for them, the first time you tell them no, they hate you. And I said, what? And I had to learn. People who I have been giving money to, the first time I told them no, they like, no, we're not friends anymore. Yeah. That was a tough and painful lesson for me.
It absolutely is, because that's why you have to put limits on what you give, because they'll never put limits on what they take.
That's exactly right.
When you make $100 million,
How can you go broke?
how does that happen?
Uncle Sam's gonna take down to half.
So Uncle Sam comes, takes 50 million. So you got 50 left over. Where does the rest of that go?
Your house, your lifestyle, probably another 1 to 5 million. Taking care of family members you love, ones who depend on you, one that's using you, the ones that you loan money to that's not gonna give it back, the people you feel sorry for, the church that you feel guilty about giving God his percentage. So it's a lot. You become a cash cow to a lot of people. So yeah, you're gonna make the right kind of financial decisions, but you're also gonna be irresponsible with the people you love, the people you care for, and the people you desire to help.
There's a reason a lot of NBA players go broke, even though they're making as much as they're making. When you're signing $100 million, you really thinking $100 million, not realizing you're losing 40 million of that. So if you're not realizing that you only have 60 million over 6 years, you're only making 10 million a year, and you thinking you're making 20 million a year, you can miscalculate, which a lot of players do. Then you get into buying a whole bunch of hard assets that have hard bills, and then your ego allows you to go broke because you don't want to adjust your life at the end. You want to still live the same lifestyle so people don't think you broke. So then you go broke, trying to pretend you're not broke. It's weird behavior.
That's another thing. A lot of their egos, man, they come out too big. They come out with the chains. They come out with the rollies, the protects, the APs. With AP, you know what I'm saying? All of that. They come out with all that shining jewelry, the grills, all that, the house, the cars. So once you build that lifestyle up, you gotta keep it, because you know how few people are, especially black folk. You get that money, man, and then you pull up in a Lamborghini. The next week you pull up in a Toyota or something. They looking like, hey, that boy went broke. That boy, he going broke. What's going on? You shouldn't care what they think any damn way if you did that. You know what I'm saying? You should do what you do, get your little gifts and go down and don't care what they think. Or, in my opinion, you shouldn't even buy the Lamborghini. I ain't gonna say that. I guess go ahead and buy you one car since you got the money, but don't go stupid. Because I understand you worked hard, you want to enjoy your money. I get that. You want to enjoy it, but don't be stupid. Make sure you invest before you do any of that. Make sure before you buy that liability, invest in something that's going to make you a Lamborghini every month or every 2 months or whatever. They can make you Lamborghinis as far as like the income. They can make you what a Lamborghini costs. That's what I would do personally. Yeah, I mean, before you just go flexing, yeah, that ego is crazy, bro. That ego, how you doing things that you shouldn't do. It's like, man, I'm going broke. I only got $1 million, and I got 10 years left of my contract. I'm still finna buy the new chain. I'm still finna, cause I can't downgrade. I can't go just wear a white shirt. I gotta wear the Gucci. I gotta wear a Mudio Poochie. I gotta wear a Hookie. I gotta listen to YFN Lucci. No, but for real.
Within 10 years of retiring from the NBA after making millions of dollars, 60% of players within the first 10 years are losing majority of their wealth. It's a bunch of players going broke when they retire. And that ain't ruffling no feathers. Players are, living check to check. If you can't help me at 19-year-old to maintain my wealth, you shouldn't be representing me in the first place.
89% of the NFL and NBA players are broke 3 years after they fucking retire. Broke, bankrupt, flat broke. And if you think football is gonna pave your way for the rest of your life, you're fucking sadly mistaken. And I just hope that you understand you should let football pay for your education, not the other way around.
What? $100,000? This job ain't never been set up for us to be wealthy after we're done playing. The way we're taxed, the way we're fined.
That's cap. That's cap. I disagree that the NBA is set up for these guys to be broke afterwards. The NBA don't tell y'all that y'all need to have 5 baby mamas, need to have 3 houses on different coasts. They don't tell you that you need to have a lifestyle that matches your prime years contractually. Oh, you made $30 million 1 year, so now forever your lifestyle is $15 million a year. So now when you're the veteran making $7 million a year, you get to realize, oh, okay, I'm dipping into my savings. Yeah, nah, I'm not buying that. These NBA players are tricking on for $300,000, $400,000. We gotta at least make it feel like a decent James Harden night out. You feel me? A decent James Harden night of tricking, $100,000 fine. Maybe you won't do it again. And oftentimes, when y'all are getting fined, it's not because y'all have done something in private. Y'all have done something to affect the brand of the NBA, which is what, and part of the fine is the punitive damage. If we don't fine you $100,000, you don't feel it.
You hear when I signed for $50 million, right? I signed 5 years, $50 million. I get 26.6 guaranteed. My first year in the league, I make 12.6 million. I get a $12 million signing bonus. I touched them motherfuckers for $7 million, right? Off the rip. I think I signed for $50 million. Like me, everybody here is like, Joe signed for $50 million. He got $50 million. Man, it goes to the point where like, now it is what it is. I'm telling you, we didn't have bread. So mom and dad, boom, $3 million. After taxes, cash. What y'all need, mom and dad? I gave mom and dad $3 million.
Ooh, big, that's like, a flex right there.
Yeah, gave my mom and dad $3 million after taxes, basically $6 million. Gave my mom and dad $3 million. Boom, y'all can have that. Then bought my mom and dad $1 million house.
Hold on. So you gave them $3 million and bought them the house.
Bought them the house.
Oh, you a real one.
Oh yeah. House was $1 million. So now basically that's giving mom and dad $3 million cash, $5 million. Me and my little brothers, and obviously little bros need whips. Buy all my little bros whips. Then me, I got $50 million now, don't I? You know what I'm saying? So I caught me a nice penthouse. I get me a penthouse and 2 whips. Give me a Range Rover Sport and a Bentley GT. Off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So now, bro, looking at 12.6, that's really 7. That's now after my folks and everything. Well, that's like man, what you got in the bank? $1 million?
$1 million.
$1 million? You know what I'm saying? After like, it's 12.5. So that's 12.5 out of the 26 million that's guaranteed. So now I got another 14 million that's coming in. That's really 7. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got one tucked after 12 million. So you think you got a goddamn 50? No. Just the easy way the math goes like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to start really getting to fucking get hip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can see how people that aren't hip, you signed a 2 for 10 million. You think I got 10? Bitch, your ass ain't got that. So anything you're talking about equivalating to making sure your folks or anybody looking at you like, oh, you got 10 million, you can give me $1 million here, $1 million here, da-da-da. No, your ass gonna be broke. Quick.
I will never understand how athletes get paid $100 million
and go broke in 4 years.
How does that happen? Let's say you get $60 million after taxes and you're generous. So you bought everybody in your family a mansion and a Rolls Royce. So now you got 50 million. Where the fuck does the rest of that money go?
You just had to get a diamond chain. You just had to fly private. You just had to get an IG model pregnant and pay for child support. You had no choice. You had to do it.
Then they got the nerve to sit in front of you and tell you
100 million ain't that much money.
How am I supposed to feel bad for you when there are people living off 60K a year and you went
Broke, getting paid 10 million a year.
If Jeff Bezos could drive a Toyota Corolla, why do
You need a Lamborghini.
you secure generational wealth off dribbling a ball? And instead of going to get an accountant, yo stupid ass went and spent that money on child support.
Cause you wanted to recycle the same 5 baby mamas with the rest of the league.
If you gave me $50 million today, I would never have to work again and I wouldn't go broke. If you go broke after getting paid $100 million,
You deserve to stay broke, gang.
I don't want to hear that you weren't financially literate, because if you could spend time popping bottles at the club and fucking strippers every week, you could have spent that time learning how to save some money.
Everything is a choice, and it's a learn. You can learn that, man. It's 2026 or whatever. It's hell, we in the future. No matter if it's 2020 or 2026, we in the future, man. You got AI that'll tell you everything that you need to know. Ask ChatGPT, and brother, you will be okay. You got all this money. You can actually find a legit person if you want to pay for them. You got Google. There is no excuse. Stop the cap. Stop the nonsense. Stop it. Stop. There's no excuse, man.
And I feel like I got to be crystal clear now, because if I were to make it to the NFL, NBA, whatever it is, and I make $100 million, I know they're taking half of it in taxes, right? I know I got to pay staff, right? I know to some degree I'm going to give out a gift to my parents. Myles Garrett, for example, upgraded his mom's wedding ring and bought his dad the car of his dreams for an upgrade. Bought himself a crib next to the house. Practical. I'm not saying that any of them things is bad to not do for your family, but understand me, if I blew $100 million, I had nothing left over, barely anything left, I would hope y'all wouldn't feel a pinch of sympathy for me, unless it was like a straight up Fred Taylor situation where my agent took a bunch of my bread and now I gotta, make some shake. Then I would hope for a little bit of sympathy. But if y'all saw me out here buying jewelry, I'm in the latest designer all the time, I'm flying to Dubai, I'm doing this, I'm flying this girl, that girl, tricking, I'm in the club all the time, I'm doing all the shenanigans. I would hope y'all wouldn't feel bad for me. Yes, did I have a lot of fun? Yeah. But I did it to myself. No, I'm not saying I'm better than them. No, I'm not saying that I wouldn't make some stupid purchases. No, I'm not saying that. But when you get in front of millions of people and try to gaslight them into thinking that it's okay to blow this amount of money, when the majority of people watching it will never even see $1 million, that's when I'm like, cut the shit, man.
How do NBA players go broke? I'll tell you how it happens. During my career, the average NBA career was like 4.5 years, roughly. So if you play 4.5 years, that means you're not getting to a real second contract. You're likely making $8 million over 4.5 years. Let's call it you made $10 million over 5 years. You've got $5 million to spend. You're in the NBA, you're gonna get a nice car, you're probably gonna buy a nice house, but you're gonna take care of your parents. Before you spend another dollar, you gotta pay your agent. How is that supposed to last you the rest of your life? There were guys that I played with, you played 10 years and you made $35 million. All right, do the math on that. Do the math on that. Add in the spending. That's how it happens.
Number one, lavish spending. Yes. There are a lot of players that live above their means. Just because you're in the NFL does not mean that you're a millionaire. Now, what should be number two, and it's not, should be taxes. Because they're going to give you that money. But this is what you don't understand. You know what that is, knocking?
Who that, bud?
Uncle Sam.
Damn.
He gonna get his money too.
Got to give me.
Yeah, I seen you buy that Cypress truck. I seen that. I seen you post all the little manions and all them lavish vacations of you and your partners and your girlfriend. Yeah, that was cute, but
Yeah.
you, I need it. Go on again. I know you got it.
Yeah.
I see this big ass house. Ooh, it's nice too. You, give me a minute. All that money I already spent. Oh, don't worry about it. You gonna figure it out today, cause I'm not gonna negotiate you.
You gonna have to refund something.
No, yeah, we gonna have to. Come on.
Be a horrible feeling, man, going from the top and just knowing you had money, you could just spend anything, to really having to look at your bank account like, dang, what the hell I do with all this money? Like, what did I do with all this money? Bro, that's really depressing. That right there, yeah, that's like worse than just not having anything. Because at least if you don't have it, you like, hey, one day I wish I could have some money. You just living a regular life. You didn't have millions of dollars. You just got making 60 a year or 50 a year or 40 a year, whatever, and you just aspire. That, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But having it and then, bro, that is a bad feeling. Having it, holding on to it, and then losing it. That is like, that's sad. That is like true depression. Some people off themselves because of that. You know, I don't think they should, but don't do that. Don't off yourself. But that's sad, man. We gotta preach financial literacy. We got to teach it in schools.